Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Brazil. I've been cooking since I was 19, which obviously was the last year, which was when I moved to the United States. Got my first job at a restaurant, started working as a dishwasher, moved my way up into the kitchen, and that's where I found I had the passion for culinary. I've been trying to improve ever since. I was in the US up until the COVID-19 pandemic, and now I'm back in Brazil because of it. So I'm gonna be making my childhood's favorite dish, which is gnocchi. I was also always a big fan of Italian cooking, so and gnocchi was really that my favorite recipe. I just like it too much. And obviously, it was one of the first dishes that I wanted to learn when I got into cooking, and then I eventually evolved it to my own recipe, which I'm gonna show you today. So I've peeled some potatoes. Gonna head and dice most of them. Gonna dice the last one. Gonna bring my diced potatoes to a boil gently, as not to overcook them. So I have my potatoes in salted water, which I'm gonna bring up to the boil. So they have been cooking now on very gentle simmer. You don't want them boiling too rapidly. It has to happen gently. There's still a little bit of resistance to it, but I don't want like a mashed potato, but just a little under that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain my potato. Really important. Drain my potato. Back over to the pan. I'm gonna start sweating my potatoes. Really important. So we have here now this little sizzling. It just means the potato is getting nice and dry. Careful not to burn them. Just get it nice and dry. That sound is what tells you that they're creamy. That's little. Alright, that should be enough. Moving and over to here. I'm gonna go ahead and mice them with my ricer. Carefully bringing my potatoes into the ricer here. Careful because they're hot. Go ahead and mash them. And the rest. You want to do this while they're warm, because if not, they're gonna go rough you're not gonna mash properly. Find the ricer works the best here. Can use some other tools too. More. Obviously, this is not only for myself, but also for my entire family, so it's quite a few potatoes. Off should be the last path. Alright, last one. Gonna go ahead and make a little well in the center and start putting my egg yolks in. Never really counts the amount of eggs I throw in, I just kind of go by feel. I have 3 now. There's another one in case I needed it. I'm gonna lightly salt, just a little pinch. A nice teaspoon of olive oil. Just one side.
Why?
I start whisking my egg in. Slowly incorporating into the potatoes. Nice and slowly, don't need to rush. Can't let that well disappear. I'm gonna go ahead and add my last egg yolk, just because I feel it's getting a little too dry. At this point, it can be more aggressive. Don't worry if it looks like a mess, that's just the way it is when making pasta. Very slowly start incorporating everything. And that's this point I should lightly flour my hand. A little bit on the potato too. And just start mixing the nut. Nice and slowly. At the beginning it's gonna be a little difficult to incorporate everything, but with time the dough will start to develop. Again, you always want to work with floured hands. That really does help. Otherwise, you're gonna be sticking to your hands the potato. Just kneading the dough until it is completely formed. Really important to get that nice and incorporated. Lightly keeping the shape of the ball. Just at the same time working it gently. You don't want to be too aggressive here. Should always add in more flour as you feel it's getting a little dry. Don't need to knead this for so long, just until it gets nice, incorporated. Dough has formed, just a little kneading. You can work all that into your dough, that little parts that stay in the surface. At this point, the dough is nice and round. It feels really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and just for the last time, and then simply go into a nice little ball. Get my knife. Divide this into four smaller dough. What I want to do at this point is to just roll them out. Doesn't need to get too thin at this point. Just nice and gonna go ahead and let those rest for 20 minutes. Not really necessary, but it helps if they're rested. And everybody does it, but I like to do it. Just gonna let them rest. This little towel is just for so though they don't dry out. In the meantime, I'm gonna start making my sauce, which is a Parmigiano Reggiano cream sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my nice 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. More. More maybe, because that's gonna reduce down. So should be enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my Parmesan cheese in. How much Parmesan cheese? Just as much as you like. I like it quite cheesy, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just like that. Incorporated into the sauce. Not gonna add salt because Parmesan is already salty, so white pepper in. White pepper because I don't wanna get my sauce looking dirty with black pepper. I'm gonna add the reduce, just taste a little bit for seasoning. Gonna have a little more cheese in. Because it's gonna act as seasoning for the sauce. You wanna add salt because Parmesan is already pretty salty, so it's gonna get nice and thick. When that happens, I'm gonna add my ricotta cheese in. Not really that necessary, but I like it just to make it a bit more cheesy. Ricotta in. And get that incorporated. Nice. And then just gonna let that reduce down a little more before the sauce is ready and ready to be tossed with the gnocchi. Gonna get one on this batch. Just make it a little more thin. Gently pressing it down and rolling till the desired. Okay, it should be enough. Cutting into small pieces. Dumplings, I should say. Evenly. last one. I'm gonna go ahead and put them over here. I have about 10 of them, which should be just about enough on one plate. And go ahead and brush sage into my clarified butter. Quick wash of hands. Clarified butter, just it won't burn, because regular butter might just, it's not really great for salting. I prefer to saute my gnocchi, but I also really like to boil them. Just depends on my mood, I guess. Sauteing is very good. Boiling works too. My butter is already up to temp. Going to lightly brush that butter with sage leaves. Carefully here because it's so hot. And put my gnocchi in. It's nice and hot, my butter. I'm gonna start caramelizing my gnocchi. Adding one by one, letting it get nice caramelization. Really like the flavor of caramelizing gnocchi. So not gonna move it right now. Just let it get that nice caramelization on the outside. Shouldn't take too long. Careful not to burn the gnocchi, of course. That's the color I want to see. Turning them, make sure both sides get caramelized. Really flavoring my gnocchi with that nice clarified butter. I really like that taste of butter on gnocchi. Around a little bit. Careful, of course, it's really hot. Should get just about a nice caramelization on both sides, so I should start putting my gnocchi into my sauce. One by one. Off with the gas. The sauce is nice and thick already. Gas is on. Just try to coat all of the gnocchi with my beautiful white sauce. Careful not to break them down because they're really soft. Get them nice and coated. Do a little bit of cooking. And then that should just be about enough to plate. And start adding my gnocchi into my plate here. They look really nice. Gnocchi goes under the sauce. I start putting my sauce over it right now. Off at the gas. Some of my beautiful, rich Parmiggiano Reggiano white sauce all over the gnocchi. Presentation. My sage leaf. Just for that nice little presentation. And that is it. My nice caramelized gnocchi salted on clarified butter with Parmigiano Reggiano cream sauce. Of course, plate is nice and clean. And there you have it.